Back down here in Thackerville, Oklahoma at the casino, back in the sandbox. And we are digging big spot footing. Now the TL12, well, you can't see him, but TL12 skid, compact track skid loader, or whatever you call them things, over here moving spoils. I guess their John Deere still broke down, I don't know. Anyway, gonna be a good day. It's Monday, we're starting out the week. The plan is to be here 3 days. And I think I'm gonna go to the lake after that for a couple days anyway. So that's kind of what's going on this week. Just like I say, just in the sandbox out here playing, trying to make a little money. Pretty good. Moisture's pretty good. I think they might have got some rain since, well, I don't know, not much, but it might rain on us again here a little bit. It looks like it could. But rain doesn't really affect us a whole lot because it dries out super fast. But I left the backhoe down here. I worked last week, Monday to Wednesday. Left the backhoe here. Planning on leaving it this week too. Did some dozer work Thursday and Friday last week, so another house footing, or house, not a footing, but a house, a building pad or a house pad. Anyway. So it's working out pretty good having two machines, two different types of work. The dozer work is a little less stressful on scheduling. Footing work is always, you either get there or you don't get to do it. So kind of nice to have something you can fall back on, fill in some holes here and there in your schedule. Little dozer are actually turning out to be more, I'm not really advertising, but word's getting around. I've got one, so I'm getting more work with it than I kind of expected actually, but which is a good thing. It's better than not as much. So but with all the extra work it's been doing, it's wearing itself out a little faster, and so I'm gonna probably end up having to do some repairs, but it's making its, you know, it's earning its keep, so that's not that big a deal. Pretty good little dozer. It's not perfect by any means, but it's pretty dependable. I mean, it's been staying working good, and you know, with the hot weather, it's not overheating. Nothing's really bad wrong with it. Just, you know, it does burn a lot of oil. It has ever since I bought it. That's not really changed a whole lot, maybe a little bit more than it used to, but that part of it really kind of bothers me because just, you know, just don't like engines that burn a lot of oil. Oil's expensive, plus the extra smoke and that kind of stuff. Of course, the smoke keeps the mosquitoes away from me, so I guess it ain't all bad. But anyway, this is a pretty big project. We just kind of got to, I think this will be my, what is this? 7/8. This is my 8th day on this job. We dug some big holes over to my right here. One of them we ended up having to dig it deeper, so we used a 135 case excavator. It was, after the holes dug out, it's pretty hard to get the backhoe back up to the edge of this stuff. And even the excavator, we had to reach in from both sides to get to it. And there's still some more of that we got to dig out. I might get to that. I don't know if they'll have me do it or one of their guys. They've got some good operators around here that know what they're doing, so that might be what they end up doing on that. I don't know. I don't mind running the excavator. I kind of like it. I'm not very good at digging footings with one. To me, it's kind of like bringing a butcher knife to a surgery or something like that. I mean, they're just not quite as handy as the backhoe. I can get set up. I can do pretty precise work fairly quick, you know. The excavator is just a different deal. But it's not that I don't like them. It's just that, you know. In my mind, I guess the backhoe will always be the best for footings. I guess unless I get better at running one. But the way their buckets are set up, they just, you know, they're just not that, I don't know. Just not as handy, I guess. But anyway. B95's done good. I did have to put an air conditioner compressor on it. I think I probably already talked about that in another video. But I had to replace the compressor the first time because the seal was leaking on the compressor shaft. So I replaced it. I think I bought the replacement. I think I bought off of eBay, and it was advertised as a new compressor, but the problem was I didn't realize it. And you know, normally when you buy a compressor, you don't think about checking the oil in it. So what happened was it failed because it didn't have enough oil. It went to knocking and making a racket, and I probably should have replaced my expansion valve, but I did flush the system out, and seems to be working good. But check the oil in the new compressor, and I'm not going to make that mistake again ever. I'm going to, what you can do is drain out the oil you got in the compressor, and you look at the recommended specifications on how much oil they need, and then I've got, well, the service manual on the backhoe tells how much oil to put in after you flush one, you flush all the oil out, you've got to add oil to compensate for the lines, the evaporator, the condenser, the dryer. So I think I got pretty close to the right amount of oil in it. I don't know. I mean, judging by the book and what I've studied up about it on online, and I think we got it about right now. So this compressor hopefully will live a little longer. think that other one lasted about maybe 2,000 or 3,000 hours. The first one lasted pretty good. But once the seals start leaking on them, you know, there's not a lot you can do with them. Anyway, that's about all I know. I'm going to be staying down here at, they're actually putting us up down at the Holiday Inn in Gainesville, so I'm not staying at the hotel here. Hotels around this casino are pretty expensive. Overpriced in my opinion, but anyway. Like I say, that's about all I know. Just punching out another big footing. This is an event center. I think I probably said that before. But the job's getting more interesting. There's a big tower crane they're setting up over by where they're building a hotel. They just pulled in a big old crane over here to set it up. It must, I guess it's going to be a pretty big tower crane. They've got the base already set for it, concreted in. Boy, that's nice stuff. Look at that. Hard not to like this sand. It doesn't stand up real well. Sometimes it kind of crumbles and flakes off, but that was the problem I was having with the excavators. You really can't lean on it much or it'll just crush. So it just doesn't take much to mess it up, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying, but I don't know. I guess our weather's changing patterns or something, because we got last week when I was down here, their heat index was 110, I think, a couple of days, and I think it's about 78 this morning. This is second day of August, I think, something like that. Nice cold front came through this weekend. The air is drier and it is just nice, pretty nice out. Not dealing with the humidity we've had. Nothing hard about this digging down here at all. can see these are pretty shallow footings, but the dirt grade out here is low. I've probably said it before, but what we end up with, they have to form. You see the form boards they got set up on the foundation there. That's where they're ending up digging them to. These boxes or these spot footings, they dig out deeper, about 6 inches. So anyway, easy deal, easy sand digging. The only thing is every now and then we got these big, huge spot footings, and they take a little time. But I think we've got some other big footings to dig out here. I don't know what all we got going on out here. I get to see some neat stuff. This job's got a tower crane coming up. I think they've got a 16-story hotel, which is a few stories taller than that one. But they started setting up the tower crane yesterday. To get some more pictures of it today, but pretty cool. This tower crane is not climbing itself up, but they've got another big crane over there setting it up. So pretty neat stuff. So we got a pretty good ditch going today. 5 foot wide, about 4.5 foot deep, I guess. We got some boxes or spot footings that dig down deeper. Kind of see one maybe here. Kind of digging up to it. I'm going to leave the marks, the layout on it, so I can get up here. I'm going to punch it out from a different angle, but before I do that, I'm going to get what I can out of this ditch. Pretty interesting stuff we're digging here. A little bit technical. Favorite kind. I don't like just digging big boring ditches. This one's not boring at all here. It's we kind of had to go over the plan a little bit. They had to kind of show me a little bit on this one. And we got some more coming up ahead of us. It's just as bad or worse maybe. Or just as good or better, whichever way you want to look at it. I like the hard ones. I like the ones that when you're done with it, they wonder, how did you do that? And this might not make for a real good video, but we are down under the big building, or the big tower crane, and we got to dig an elevator pit. So we're going to get started on it. We're going to see how this goes. I'm kind of wedged in here sideways because, well, there ain't a lot of room to work. So we're going to dig this out. We got two different elevations. I'm using a small bucket because we got piers in the middle of this, and we're going to need a skid steer over here loading somehow. I don't know how this is going to work, but this is a mess. Type of foundations they're putting under this building are different than anything I've ever seen. They basically are pouring piers. There's like 5 or 6 under each foundation, and they actually dig these out 4 inches deeper than the top of the pier, or in some cases they're busting the tops of the piers off where they poured the piers all the way to the top. Hear a jackhammer running, that's what's going on. They've been jackhammering for days. Better figure out my elevation here. So we got a Takahauchi TL12 over here moving spoils. Oh, we got rebar, we got piers, we're digging around here. Just, it's a mess. It's not a fun little dig here. That's probably why they got me over here to dig it, but oh well. That's why I'm here. I ain't here for a long time, I'm here for a good time. We'll get this punched out, and then we'll go back to digging something else bigger. We started on a big footing yesterday. We might get it finished today, I don't know, before I leave. Hoping so anyway. But this has got this hole has 2 different elevations. We gotta dig down for pilasters or footings on each side, and then the middle of it digs down deeper. I haven't quite worked out how I'm doing this one. Sometimes you just don't figure stuff out till you get started, and then you figure it out. Excavator would probably be better on this one, but we can dig it with the backhoe. Kind of got to dig down around the concrete pier caps, or piers, or not caps, they're just piers. But it's all sand, so it's easy digging. This could be a nightmare if it was harder dirt. It ain't bad. We're sitting down here under the tower crane this morning. They just got it erected yesterday. pretty cool watching them set it up. I should have set a camera up, a video, time lapse, but not really much outside. I'm not really at liberty just to come out here and film things. I guess I'm just not that much of a YouTuber yet. Maybe someday I will be. I gotta get my job done, that's why I'm here. Video, and that's just kind of a sideline. That's not a... And I kind of go back and forth on it. There's parts about it I like doing it. I like showing people how I do things and how things are done in certain places. But it takes so much time to do YouTube videos. And kind of got other things to do too, so it's kind of tough to make it all happen every day, or every week, or every month. Sometimes I just need a break from it. Okay, so I've kind of got a better picture of what we're doing here. Finally, what we're doing is we're going to dig an earth form for a foundation here. The earth form, you got to have your ditches pretty straight, and you're gonna. It's not going to be perfect, but it's, you got to get it. You gotta get it pretty close. Anyway, the problem I'm gonna have here is they've got an excavator we could use, but it's got a 3-foot bucket, and a 3-foot bucket won't fit down between these piers, so we're gonna use backhoe, of course. Best way to do it anyway. But I've actually got to dig right off the edge, 90 degrees to the machine. And this doesn't always work out just great. One of the problems will probably be it might try to cave in on me. So we're gonna have to tread lightly on this bank over here. The fact is, I might want to leave it a little big, or I might want to leave it a little small and then cut it out later. I don't know. But this is probably one of the most misunderstood uses for a backhoe right here. People say, well, you can swing dirt around behind you with a backhoe or an excavator. So you just got to know how to position your machine to make it work. That's the key. Now, have to shovel around the outside edge of these piers. I'm actually off a little bit here, I think. I've got to move forward just a bit, or backwards, whichever way you look at it. Like I say, you're not going to be able to see much of what I'm digging with this deal. What we'll try to do is get... Oh crap, yeah, that's going to suck. just try to get you some pictures of it after it's done. This is not really going to be much to watch here. Got done with the little elevator. I know the camera battery died. I got maybe a picture or two of it. But got the elevator pit dug out. We're back on our 10-foot deep spot footing. Just a little explanation. That left side, if you're looking backwards here, is actually another spot footing. I don't know if you can kind of see the layout there, but what we decided was to go ahead and just dig it as a bench, and because it was just too close to this deep one to really make it work, so I just basically made a bench out of it, and they'll form up they'll actually have to set a form board, but I think that footing's only a foot thick, so they can set a 2x12 or something up there pretty easy and make that work. So this one gets a foot and a half or a foot deep of flowable fill, and we'll get it down here a little bit and move on to some of these other footings over here. But the elevator didn't take quite as long as I thought it would. There wasn't that much there. I thought it was going to be a little deeper. Worked out pretty good though. I think there'll be happy with it. They wanted to earth form it, so that's why they had me come over and dig it. Earth forming elevator like that's kind of tough to do because you just got an inside form, so you don't have a lot of room to work with it. And this sand, the way it is, it's a little bit hard to keep it just falling to pieces. It didn't turn out perfect by any means, but it's not bad. I think they can make it work. But the way that there's two footings there that tie into it, or I don't know that they actually tie into it, but they're real close to it. So really the only way to make that work would be to do it the way that we're doing it. So, kind of interesting, some of the stuff we get into. Some of the footings on this job are just kind of crazy. The hotel has piers under it, but the event center is just relying, I guess, on big, heavy footings. I don't know what the engineer was thinking. So. But it's going to work, I guess. At least we hope it will. Anyway, we got that done before lunchtime. We got another hour and a half before lunch. Try to knock some more of this one here out. Pretty fun digging over here. I've really been enjoying this job. Just the size of it is just pretty cool. Anyway.
time I see the sun, a rooster crows for days. And every time I see that gal, she always looks away. Hell, she always looks away. Hold on, baby, just hold on. I'll be coming home, back where I belong. Hold on, baby, baby, just hold on. Sunday morning meeting time, I hear them church bells ring. Y'all seen them late last night, go out and shake that thing. They went out and shake that thing. Oh, hold on, baby, just hold on. I'll be coming home, back where I belong. Yeah, baby, hold on, baby, baby, just hold on. Well, in the shade I waste my days, tonight I go to town. Well, I'm upstairs with them good time gals, always going down. Yeah, they're always going down. Hold on, baby, just hold on. I'll be coming home, yeah, back where I belong. Hold on, baby, won't you hold on? One more time, baby. I'm getting right in through the night, twinkling in her eye. Little girl, she ain't got me yet, but Lord, she loves to try. Oh, Lord, she done try. Hold on, baby, just hold on. I'll be coming home, baby, back where I belong with you, baby. Hold on, baby, just hold. Won't you hold on? I said, baby, just hold on.